The show must go on. What's up, everybody? Steven M back again, and I don't really got a whole fancy intro for you right now because I am sick. I think they're trying to get me, man. I think they heard I was talking reckless about them, so they put something in the air, try to take me down. I'm just kidding. I don't think that. I might be goofy, but I'm not that goofy. But I'm definitely hurting right now. Thankfully, I recorded these like 2 days ago when it started hitting me, and I've been trying to edit them ever since. So if you're new here and you never hit that sub button, hit that sub button for me real quick, please. Hell, tell your mama and them to hit the sub button. Is your mama in there?
Your mama and them there?
Tell your coworkers to hit the sub button. As a matter of fact, send out a company email. Tell them to all hit the sub button. I got mail, yay! How about send the sub button to all your people you're gonna get Christmas presents for, and tell them, look, I got you a free a free subscription to the Steven M. Kiefer YouTube channel. They'll be super pumped about that. You know what I mean? All right, I do for you, bro. All right, I'm done messing around. Let's get into this.
In Hawaii yesterday, it snowed. They got a lot of snow. You see this? This is Hawaii from yesterday. It's a snowstorm. It looks like a freaking blizzard. You know, this time of year, people who can afford it like to go to Hawaii to avoid the snow. This guy's throwing a freaking snowball in Hawaii. What the hell is going on? It's being reported the peaks of the Big Island are covered, completely coated in snow. Even the NASA telescope facility, of course NASA's got something going on there, is completely covered by snow. In my old decrepit life, I've heard Hawaii gets a little flurries of snow once in a while. But nothing like this. This looks like Wisconsin, except it's Hawaii. First they had the biggest wildfire of the century. Now this? A frickin' blizzard? Did I fall into a parallel universe where Wisconsin is warm and Hawaii is snowing? Things just get stranger every single day. Shavadoo Bushkis, Shavadoo.
Dude, that is pretty wild. I heard about that. Why is it snowing in Hawaii? The weather's been so crazy lately. I don't think it's warm in Wisconsin, though. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know. But it's freezing in Pennsylvania. I tell you what, boy. They burnt Hawaii down, and now it's snowing there. They just want everyone that's there to get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Like, you know what? Get the hint, folks. We don't want you here. I didn't know they had a NASA there, but of course they do. Something shady. They're probably practicing around with HARP, and they're like, shit, you set the snow thing off. Ah, fuck it. Like, jeez.
You motherfucker.
What? I don't know. Weird things happen. We can't chalk everything up to something's behind it. Or, you know, some nefarious, I don't know, entity, mind, society is behind every little thing. Something's behind that cheesehead he got on his head, though.
Hey, asshole! Just suck a bag of dicks!
Think of the big bells that used to be all over the world, but they destroyed all of them after World War II. Why did they destroy all the bells after World War II? Because if you sit in a bell and someone hits it and it begins to resonate, you can begin to heal like that. Because sound frequency instantaneously heals the body. Similar to chanting. If you any sound effect will begin to instantly structure all the body at the same time. That's what used to happen in the cathedrals. They would ring the bells, or they would play the pipe organs, and all of the cells in the body would instantaneously become structured, which would instantly heal them. But they had to get rid of the pipe organs, which are made from lead, which is interesting, and they had to get rid of the bells, because both of those can heal people. Now imagine if a bell of the size of the massive bells we were shown was ringing in a cathedral, okay? Now imagine the frequency that would come out of the cathedral into the town. You could heal the entire town instantaneously just by ringing the bell in the cathedral. They had to break all those bells. All the bells you ever look up. Just type in like bell in whatever country or city you're in, and notice how all the bells have a crack in them and they're broken. wonder why that is.
Again with the cappity cap. I don't know, man. It seems a little far-fetched. And at first I was going to call total bullshit because, I mean, people act like whoever, the people that run the show, pharmaceutical companies, the government, whoever is trying to get us all unalived. The flip side is people are living way longer than they used to. Back then, people were, kicking the bucket. I was going to say kicking the bell, but I guess you didn't. Either way, like 40, 50, 60 years old, So I guess the flip side of that could be because they want us to rely on the pharmaceutical companies, and they want us a little bit of sick. They don't want us healing themselves, and then they want us alive longer just so we're tax cattle. But not too long where you're just milking off Social Security and that, because that's becoming a problem, which I think they found a solution to that, if you know what I'm saying. I don't think they destroyed all the bells, though. There's still bells. Like, I don't know. I'm in Pennsylvania, so I guess the Liberty Bell is cracked, but hey, shit happens. You know what I mean? And I believe in World War II, they were taking all kinds of, was it World War I or II? Either way, they were, melting down a bunch of steel to make more weapons. So I'd imagine a lot of bells, got turned into ammunition. I don't know really where I'm going with this completely, but so bells heal people. Is that what we're saying? Bells. We could have just been jing, jing, jingling, jing, jing, jingling, all the way to perfect health. Well, I guess it is the season. Go ring some bells. Jing, 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 jing. Find yourself some perfect health.
When you think you've seen it all, you ain't seen nothing yet. There is a chapel in Florence, and it may just show what was hiding in certain knights' armor. Did you know that certain knights was never seen without their armor? They would even sleep in it, and you would never hear them speak. And when it came to the females, they would have no direct contact. They would get the female to put teardrops into a handkerchief and have it given to them indirectly. What kind of freaky thing is this? They would also get their fellow soldiers to pour water into their armor all throughout the day. What kind of reptilian thing is this? Now let's be realistic. What kind of human could wear this night and day? It's not even practical. How could he even see, let alone fight? To wear this helmet, your eyes would need to be in your forehead. Who remembers Earthworm Jim? I think they was trying to tell us something. And I think they was trying to tell us something in Game of Thrones, because that guy was no longer human. I mean, just look. To wear this armor, your eyes need to be lower than your nose.
Why is its legs sticking out? Oh, the play button's over top of it. But its legs sticking out. Wait till I play it. Got a little bit of leg showing there.
Your arms need to be lanky, and you need to have crow's foot. Sometimes we just can't spell it all out, but you got to read the signs.
Now we're saying worm people? Worm people? Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Jeez, this guy does some digging, man. He finds some shit that I never heard about my entire life. All right, we got lizard people, check. How many alien races? Check. Crab people.
Crab people. Crab people.
Check. Now we got Earthworm Jim's real thing. Son, like, give me a, where do we stop with this shit? Is this another Mandela effect, like the Dazzle ships? Because the Dazzle ships, like, how have I never heard about this fucking shit? They were painting up ships like they were going to a gay pride parade.
Microaggression! Ah.
That's what the fuck they were doing in World War II or whatever. Give me a break. I never heard about no shit like that. And I never seen any, I'm sorry. Let's do some proper grammar around here.
Then let's get the narrative correct.
Never seen any armor with no eye holes in it. And I never heard about, how did he learn this? That women would give tears and handkerchiefs and pour it in them while they're sleeping, and he didn't want nothing to do with those chicks, and they never took their armor off. He was just like, I didn't talk? You think there'd be some kind of record besides this one random statue out in France, I believe he said. This is like my favorite guy, by the way. This dude right here, him and the cheesehead guy. They kill me, man. I love them. I don't know, man. I guess I expanded my horizon. I hope you expanded yours, because what we just know, Earthworm Jim was based on a true story. The more you know.
Did you look at John McCain's car? This is a cell phone brain tumor. LeBron James, one of our sports people, had a salivary gland tumor. That is another cell phone tumor. You didn't hear about it because immediately after that was discovered, he was paid by Samsung to become their spokesperson.
Cheryl Crow was recently diagnosed with a benign brain tumor.
It's in my cell phone area, and there are no doctors that will confirm that. But
my name is Dr. Angie Kolbeck. I've been reviewing the studies showing the impacts of wireless radiation on our health, and there are now thousands of studies showing the following adverse health impacts to wireless radiation: cancer, oxidative damage, DNA failure.
Things like memory, dizziness, anxiety, brain fog.
Headaches, nosebleeds, cognitive problem, exhaustion.
Dude, that is something I'm concerned about, realistically. I don't know about so much about those people specifically, but we have no idea what all the between Wi-Fi, cell phones, just all these frequencies and waves and what just going all through us. And when 2020 happened, a lot of people were throwing out there so they could put up 5G towers. I was off the boat on that one right away. They would just do it. Is why. Like, they would just do it.
Because fuck you.
I would think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'd just be talking out my bung. But I just think they'd do it. LeBron James, never heard about that thing.
LeBron James.
And there's so many people out here using cell phones on a regular basis. You think you'd hear more about that if it was causing those, benign tumor problems constantly. But the part at the end there is like brain fog, fatigue, exhaustion. Like, people, I don't know, something has changed drastically ever since cell phones and everything became such a dominant force in society. Besides the fact everyone's staring at them, becoming brain dead, and going back to being digital cavemen. We reversed back into hieroglyphics. You know what I mean? Like, we had a written and spoken language, millions of them, really, and now it's just sitting around sending emojis back and forth, just staring at phones. See this? See this? Yeah, I saw that. Like, that's, I don't know how we reverse back into digital cave. Now we're digital cavemen, reverse back to cavemen, but I think we should be concerned. But there's no going back, so what do you even do? I guess we're gonna move forward and we're gonna get the chip in us. Elon's gonna put the chip in our head, and then we'll just become all digital, and it's gonna work out great.
Are we actually the fourth advanced civilization to exist? Many believe that our current civilization is the fourth iteration on Earth, with 3 previous advanced societies having existed and subsequently perished over the ages. These societies, it's believed, reached impressive peaks of technology and culture, only to be obliterated by massive calamities. The earliest of these societies is said to have emerged 2.8 million years ago, a period post-dating the dinosaurs. Though not advanced by today's standards, this civilization marked a pivotal step in human evolutionary history. The prevailing theory is that an ice age might have led to their decline.
Is this a fucking history lesson? Like, yeah, we know. This is going to get better, I swear. I mean, I don't know, I'm hoping.
The second civilization is often identified with the legendary Atlantis, alleged to have existed around 12,000 years ago. It's fabled for its groundbreaking expertise in areas such as aviation and electricity. A catastrophic event, perhaps an earthquake induced by a comet, is believed to have brought about its downfall. The third civilization, according to some theories, met its end due to a massive deluge.
I mean, for all we know, we're the 5th or the 6th. God only knows. God only knows. Maybe that's the truth, actually. Who knows how many times people got wiped out and restarted. Hell, we're just starting to figure out this whole Tartaria thing. What went on with all that? What got wrecked out there? Why'd they do that? What's been swept under the rug? I mean, God, like I just said, God only knows. 4th, 5th. We're never going to know. We're never going to know. And the people that run this whole mug probably know why they're keeping it a secret. That's what I'd like to know. It's probably hidden down in the depths of Antarctica and ain't gonna tell us about that neither. We gotta figure this out. So somebody out there, we need to round up and get a ship and go down to Antarctica and check it out. Leave a comment if you got that ship fired up. All right, bro, let's go.
You know, they taught us a lot of things in school that just weren't true. Like, we were taught that the appendix is just this organ that doesn't really do anything until one day it tries to kill you and then you gotta remove it. Like, it's not productive to the digestive system or anything. Or the food pyramid. It used to be a real thing until the wheat companies bought it and changed it around, saying that we need 6 to 11 servings of bread a day. The tongue map is completely fake. You don't just taste salty on this specific region of your tongue or bitter on the very back of your tongue. It's just, that's nonsense. Your tongue tastes everything. There's taste buds all over. Or that George Washington's teeth were made out of wood. That is a mix of animal and human slave. Or that we only use 10% of our brains. Like, why would they tell us that? Like, is it a potential thing? Like, it's not true. You use your whole brain. Or that the government can't be corrupt because they have a system of checks and balances. So some bullshit. Or what about the whole, oh, if you don't pay attention in school and get good grades, you're gonna grow up and be a garbage man? They make more money than teachers do, and they don't have to deal with children.
Dude, sick burn, lady. Let's, come on. We can't be downgrading teachers like that.
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
But garbage men, if you're just working for a garbage man, you're probably not making more than a teacher. But if you run the show, depending on your position, if you drive the truck, it's probably pretty competitive. The food pyramid for sure, man. They would tell us that pizza was one of the best things you could eat because it had all 5 food groups. I forget how they broke it down now, but boy, I remember so many stupid things I was told. Primarily, I before E except after C. Yeah, I before E. I almost said, wait, is it E before I? No, it's I before E except after. That's not even close to true. Weird, neighbor. I mean, you could run a list. Neither, either. I mean, there's so many. Like, I always thought, like, why were they telling me this? They had to know that that was incorrect. But here they are, just here, learn this stuff. So sometime in your life, you have to figure it out and unlearn it, which I think is what a lot of time what they do to kids. They tell you a bunch of dumb shit that doesn't make any sense, just so you have to spend most of your life trying to learn what reality is. Then by the time you're 40, you're like, fuck. Now I'm just figuring it out, and it's too damn late to even do anything about it. They're teaching a lot of kids a bunch of nonsense right now, and well, you already know.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
You already know, but that is goofy, man. Homeschool your kids. You could learn enough off YouTube. You don't even need to go to school anymore, realistically. You just got to get that piece of paper saying, I can retain information long enough to pass a test. Seems kind of dumb if you ask me, and I only use 10% of my brain to come up with that.
There is a theory that says dinosaurs never existed. According to this theory, those awe-inspiring fossils showcased in museums worldwide, well, they're deemed fake, artfully arranged to conjure up a terrifying creature that, in their view, never walked the earth. These skeptics suggest that the bones found aren't remnants of mythical dinosaurs, but rather the remains of entirely different animals. They go as far as to claim that dinosaurs were nothing more than an ambitious hypothesis, one that spiraled out of control, ultimately becoming a massive distortion of the truth. It's important to note that these claims shouldn't be confused with the genuine controversies and discoveries within paleontology. For example, the notorious Bone Wars during the Gilded Age, marked by fierce fossil hunting and rivalry, led to errors. In this era, mistakes were made. Apatosaurus and Brontosaurus skulls got mixed up, only to be corrected later. Brontosaurus's existence itself was doubted, but is now recognized as a dinosaur after further research. Furthermore, our understanding of dinosaurs has evolved over time. It's now widely accepted that many had feathers, similar to modern-day birds rather than scales.
Well, here's the thought. Do you think if it was all bullshit in the 1800s when they started the whole dinosaur thing, would they backtrack on it now? You know, because the story goes, I suppose, is, you know, what was it? They were trying to fight between Darwinism and creationism, and then 2 guys at the top of it. I'll figure out something to throw it up here. One wanted to prove that, you know, we were created by God. One wanted to prove evolution, and all of a sudden, boom.
I was right in the middle of a fucking reptile zoo. And somebody was giving booze to these goddamn things.
They found some dinosaur bones in like 1849, and then just next thing you know, there was just dinosaur bones everywhere, and people were saying that was bullshit. And apparently all the bones in museums are fake. That's what I've been told recently. So what's that all about? You can't see them, you can't touch them. All the real bones are locked away in this little closet, and no one can see them or touch them or something like that. I mean, there could be a lot of holes to punch in the whole dinosaur thing. But what are people finding now is what logic would think, I guess. What are these people, these dinosaur hunters, going and finding now? They got to be finding something. So I don't know. It's probably like everything else in history. You know, there's a little bit of truth to it, but there's a lot of bullshit to it too.
Yeah. You know what? After discovering this video of this guy who went inside of a cave that looks exactly like a giant esophagus, I am convinced that there were
Apparently looks like the inside of something, huh?
Giant mountain-sized humanoids that used to live in the past. I mean, look at this thing. It looks exactly like the inside of our throats. I'll give you more evidence in this video.
How often is this guy looking down inside of someone's throat? Give me a break, bro. It's a capathon today. This is the all cap episode. I'll put the title in all caps.
But I mean, look at this. There are so many coincidences where we see what looks like giant human body parts in nature. Like, what does that look like to you? Now check this out. This is another cave. What do you guys think this looks like? To me, it looks like human musculature. And this is where Himalayan pink salt comes from. So what you're putting on your human meat hot dog is the remains of a giant human, which is basically blood rocks. Let me know what you guys think. Is this fact or is it fiction?
Oh, it was wild to say the least. That's for, he said on your human meat hot dog. You know what he's saying? Because they found out. It was on mainstream news that there's 2% human DNA in hot dogs. So that's what he meant by that little statement. So he's saying we're putting human salt on human hot. So everything is Soylent Green. Son of a bitch. Man, it's kind of like what I was saying about the Osmosis Jones thing in the last episode. If you didn't catch it, check it out. You know, like the Gaia thing. If the Earth is if the Earth's a living, breathing organism, orgasm. You know what? Scratch that. Either way, I think more of what he's referencing is like how a lot of people think mountains are like unalived giants that are, I'm sure you've seen the pictures. I'll throw them a couple up here somewhere. I think that's what he's getting at, that if you go into a cave, you're going down the throat of a giant. I believe him.
These are flying cars that can also be driven on roads. And the FAA is currently working on policies for the vehicles, but Olive is taking deposits for pre-orders on one of its models. Joining me now, co-founder and CEO of Olive Aeronautics, Jim Duchovny. Jim, good to see you.
Thanks for hosting us.
Okay, where does it stand right now? Do these cars actually right now go from the road to the air?
That's correct. You can drive on the road and then vertically take off and fly forward. That being said, they are, as you correctly pointed out, in a test environment. So we're still working through the with jurisdictions to get it actually to you guys, but it may take some time.
What does the FAA certification mean that you can now do?
Yeah, so it's a limited certification which allows us to fly in the very specific areas and only very specific purposes. But it's also very important because, yes, it allows us actually legally to fly. And as you can mention, the car is actually drivable, so you can drive.
Did I just get punked? Was that like from Grand Theft Auto, or was that totally AI or something? Why did the guy have to look like the villain guy from Grandma's Boy?
Adios, turd nuggets.
Or like, why do you have to look like that? Just why do he looks like Nicolas Cage in Con Air, kinda, but Nicolas Cage was cooler looking. Like, why did he have to look like that? We're not getting flying cars. I mean, why are they gonna give us flying cars when they're trying to get us into electric cars? They can't even get us that. And then we assume we're getting into electric cars so they can control them. They can stop them when they want to, because it's certainly not because it's better for the environment. If you're going for that, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. But that's not the reason. But they're gonna just give us flying cars? I mean, people can't even drive cars.
Oh, I think I hit a pothole.
Barely. You know what I mean? Like, we're not. Dude, they're working out regulations for the air. That said NBC News on it, did it not? It said, or on Peacock. Watch it on NBC or Peacock. No one's watching Peacock either. I think I just got punked. I'm about to look at it, and maybe this will be all full of shit what I'm saying right now, and I'll be like, oh my god, no, look at this. But nah, man, I don't think that's happening. If you have a flying car, let me know, please. Hey, that's the video. Thanks for watching. If you didn't hit that sub button before, do me a favor and just hit the dang sub button. If you liked the video, just hit like on the video. If you didn't like the video, just keep it moving, bro, because like I told you before, I don't want no beef with you. And this time I'm really serious, okay? That's all, folks.